It's me, your little boy, Kid Samson. I have something special for us today. Listen, I wanted not to do this video, but just because of my experience these days is why I want to do it. Listen, you need to be careful whom you marry. Yes, you may not like this video and you may like it, but be careful of whom you marry, whom you involve in relationship. Let's forget about relationship aspect, but be careful whom you marry. Because think about it, it's everlasting covenant. The moment you have a child with a man or a woman, you have already made up a covenant, generational covenant. And that is why you need to be careful whom you marry, whom you build with. I tell one of my friends one day, I said, look at it. My mom, my dad, in their time, they enjoy marriage so much. They have that word. How will I call it? They have that ultimate love that they are. Like, let me say, how will I say it? Like, let me say, 20 years back, that stage of marriage are those who enjoy marriage the most. Because today now, if you are not careful, marriage is just like a lotto. Like these days, what shocked me, that was 4 years back in year 2018. I'll be 5 years back in year 2018. There's something that I experienced. There's one of my friends here in Italy. She went for a very massive wedding. They spend a lot of money, excess money, because the man was rich and the woman family was also rich. So they lavished money in that marriage, and they have been dating for, I'm sure, like 12 years, I'll be something like that, or 8 years. I can't recall perfectly. So they get married. Guess what? Within 6 months, people who have been in a relationship up to 10 to 12 years, within 6 months, they divorce. When my friend, after 6 months, my friend just come back and tell me, Sensi, do you know that marriage that I went to that day, that I carry food, we eat, I was telling you that the girl was so nice, the girl, the family, that we are so young, and all those stuff, that their marriage is the talk of the town, that people were congratulating them. I said, yes. Say they just divorced. I said, when I look at her, I said, I'm not saying that I'm afraid of involving in marriage. I'm not saying that I'm scared, but I am scared. I'm scared, to be real, because no man up there truly wants divorce, and no woman up there truly needs divorce. But it's very, very difficult to dictate. Why? Because the world we are living, I don't know how to say it. That's why I said we need to be careful, and we need to be prayerful. We need to be watchful, because the moment you marry the wrong person, even everything that how will I say it? Even everything that you are doing, even everything that you do used to achieve, progress, succeed, you're going to figure out that it will start to go low. Everything will start to reduce. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you need to be what? You need to be careful. You need to be mindful. You need to be watchful whom you do what? Whom you marry. Because today now, only God can easily do what? Intervene. Because that was last 2 weeks when when I check the list of what those who have already applied for divorce here in Italy, and even for my place, Nigeria, almost 400. That was January. 1st of January, people who apply for divorce. I'm not saying that if you are living with a man that is so violent, or you are living with a man that is so arrogant, or a woman that don't respect you, that don't do that I'm saying you should divorce, or you should not divorce, or you should stay there. No, but everything needs time. And no man up there is perfect, and no woman up there is perfect. But I'm not saying this because I want to discourage people from involving in relationship. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I'm trying to say, or in marriage, all I'm trying to say is that we need to be careful. Because rushed and fall is the worst mistake so ever. Slow and steady, slow and you get to that point is one of the greatest, because many of us want to eat easily, but we don't know and we have not figured out whom our partner is. That is why when I meet one of my teacher one day. Well, because I'm the type of person that I'm so polite to people. I like to ask answer. I like to know from people, even if you don't talk to me. But the moment I get close to you, the moment I get, I become your friend, I will always love to ask question to know. So I asked one of my teacher question one day. I said, don't be offended, but you tell me that you have a man. You are in a relationship. I said, she said yes. I said, how long? She said something that was 12 years, and now it will be something like 15 years. I said, but are you not yet married? He said, no. I said, what is going on? Why is it that the man is not ready to settle with you? He said, they don't know that they are thinking about it. I'm not saying that it's bad, but the truth is this. If as a man or as a woman, you get to that point, you need to realize that there is something wrong somewhere. There is something that is wrong somewhere. As a woman, there is something you need to know, that there is something that you need to put in order. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to discourage anyone at all, but we need to be careful when it comes to marriage. Because think about it. If you marry a thief today, that means your lineage, if you're born like 5 children, out of that 5 children, there must be every probability that 2 or 3 will end up becoming thief. This is where I am trying to touch. And if you marry like someone who is how do I say it? Who is a harlot, you're going to understand that out of 6 children, 2 will become like that if you are not careful, and if you don't train them well. And if you marry like someone who is a cheater, you're going to understand that out of your 4 children, 1 must surely carry that spirit. And if you marry a liar, you're going to understand that out of 4 children, 1 must surely have that fruit. So that is why you need to be careful. Because I was doing video here, but let God take control. But the truth is this: let's be careful whom we involve our life with. When it comes, if it is relationship, it's something else, because you can say, okay, you go your side, I go my side. But when it comes to that marriage, you need to be careful. When I mean careful, you need to be watchful, because the moment you make mistake of marrying a wrong person, is very, very hard to rewrite. Because once you are able to have children and you marry a liar, there was something that happened in one of my working place where I was called to come and work with them. So the moment I get there, people were, the man and their children, they were just saying one word. Then at the middle of the word, I discovered that everything that they are saying is lie. Then the moment they leave, I start to laugh. I said, that means all out of these 5 people now, plus out of these 5 people, the mother, the father, the sister, the uncles, all of them are up to 6. That means all of them bear the same fruit. Liars. Imagine if someone now decides to go and marry the daughter, what will be the end of that man? You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to figure out. This is why I'm saying that we need to be careful. We need to be mindful, and we need to watch our footsteps. We need to watch things within us. We need to watch the woman we are about to marry. We need to watch that man that we're marrying. Because that's why, I asked one of my girlfriend question one day. I said, well, why? When I was in school, I asked her, I said, why do you leave your boyfriend? He said, I love him, but my boyfriend is a cheater. He jumped from one woman to another. I have told him to stop, but he's not ready to stop. But every time he will be jumping from one woman to another. I said, wow. I was so disappointed. You know what I'm saying? So what am I trying to say is this: we need to be careful when it comes to marriage. Because it's not about rushing. It's not about fast. It's about whom are you ready to build with. That's why Jesus made a word. He said, if the foundation is being destroyed, what can the righteous man do or do? So we need to be careful when it comes to marriage. We need to be watchful so that we not marry that person that our children will grow up and start to ask us questions that we have no answer to reply them, so that we will not end up marrying people that our children will ask us questions. They'll be telling us, mother, father, you are the cause of our problem. This is all I have for us. Remain blessed.